Alright, what's going on everybody? Welcome back to another video here on the channel, and today we are going to be taking a look at an absolutely hilarious set of clips that actually has kind of gone pretty viral online now. I've been seeing this on Twitter, I saw it on TikTok. It's actually pretty funny because it goes right along with, like, I guess an internet trend that's been more or less happening over the last few months, and even if you've like watched here on the channel for a while now, you may remember a couple of videos I've made now talking about these types of situations, but unfortunately, especially in like the last 6 months, there's been this trend of like TikTok content especially that's like really concerning, where women are going into gyms and they're just like projecting onto everyone else around them so hard, and like any dude who even remotely comes into frame or glances at them or walks within 70 feet of them, pretty much any dude in any sort of radius around them whatsoever, you know, these dudes are immediately hailed as peeping toms and weirdos and creeps, and these women like are basically harvesting these gym bros who are just there trying to work the fuck out, right? So they can make content on TikTok and boost their ego like they're some sort of supermodel sitting in the middle of the gym that's just irresistible to look at. Well, we've had content creators like Joey Swole and others who have made videos kind of fighting back against this trend, you know, explaining why this is just stupid, you know? And for the most part, a lot of the online reaction has been really in favor of the guys who have been unfairly harassed in a lot of these videos, you know? They're not actually siding with these women who are just, you know, entitled and think that, you know, because they're in the gym, you know, everything's got to center around them or whatever. So this clip is of a woman who just has like an unmistakable, for no reason, ego problem, you know? Like she just, you can tell by the way she presents herself in pretty much every way. She just fucking thinks she's better than everybody, you know? She thinks her shit don't stink. She's better than you, bro, you know what I mean? And unfortunately, that's a pretty common like issue with these women who are doing these types of videos in these gyms and whatnot. They think that they're better than everyone around them for whatever reason, you know? They're just irresistible, you know? No one can handle being in a gym near them because of the aura that these beautiful, just gorgeous women are pulling off with their stunning bodies, man. I don't know, but it's just ego, you know? Like they think for some reason that they're better than everybody around them and it gives them an excuse to act this way. I don't know, but this woman gets absolutely fucking humbled, and she gets exactly what she deserved, because honestly, man, I think along with a lot of you watching this and a lot of other people that know of this trend, are just completely sick and tired of it, you know? Like it was already tiring when it first started hitting the internet and really starting to make waves, seeing videos of these insufferable people, but like even now that most people are agreeing like, hey, this trend is stupid and it needs to stop, like you still have people doing this kind of stuff just thinking that they can keep going with it. And as it shows with this woman, man, I think people are just about done with that. So
Do you need something? Do you need something? Okay, I thought so.
Alright, so obviously this isn't the moment where everything breaks down, but I wanted to point this out before we really got into the meat and potatoes of this video, because it really highlights what I'm saying. She's not even talking to the people around her with respect, you know what I mean? Like, even I guess if you assume like this guy's doing something wrong or whatever, your first reaction should not be to be a complete fucking asshole, you know? Like, you can talk to people with even a modicum of respect, you know? Like, you can try to act like the people around you are deserving of being spoken to like people. But yeah, she's just being a bitch. I mean, let's just call it what it is. Like, she's just being mean for really no reason, just being rude as shit. So let's go ahead and continue the video.
Are you okay?
Keep it pushing.
If you're getting rude, you can leave. Nobody was looking at you any type of way. I don't own the gym, I work here. Yes. And if you're getting rude, then you can leave.
That means what?
I can call the police and have you trespass right now. Would you like that?
Alright, so once again, gonna cut the video here. So this is her, I guess, interaction with the guy who works at the gym. Now, if you've ever been to the gym, it's a very straightforward process with the employees there, you know? Like, I go usually later at night, so there's not really as much staff, you know, at a 24/7 gym. But you walk into the gym, there's usually a person or a couple people up front at the desk that can help you with anything. You know, there's a couple employees that are walking around the gym floor. They're cleaning equipment when people who have no common sense don't clean their equipment. They're making sure everything's routine, making sure the gym's clean and everything. Like, gym employees are some of the nicest, most nonchalant people you will ever fucking meet. I have literally never one time ever had a bad run-in with a gym employee. So there's literally no reason to talk to this guy like that. Like, he's not being rude, he's not being disrespectful, he's not being weird towards her or anything, right? Like, he's being a professional about his job. And her tone is wildly condescending. She talks to him like he doesn't matter. And I guess the idea that he doesn't matter really centers around, oh, well, you don't own the gym, as if the only other person who could contest with her or even matter as much as she does, even significantly, would be the person who owns the entire building that everything is taking place in. That's the mentality that these fucking people have that really makes me mad, bro. Like, yeah, the dude working at the gym or whatever, you know, he might not be Bill Gates, but I was always raised to treat the janitor the same way you treat the CEO. And what that means is no matter how insignificant that person's job may seem, no matter how little power they really have in the grand scheme of things, you treat them like they're a fucking person, man. You treat them like they're a human being, because that's the way you should treat people, with dignity and respect. That's how the world should work. No matter how much money this guy's making, it should matter that he is an employee of the gym. And there's clearly an issue that's unfolding in the gym, right? He comes up to her and talks to her like, hey, is there a problem? Because she's filming herself being a condescending asshole to all these other people around her, assuming that everybody in the gym is just fucking staring at her because she's, you know, I don't know. I guess we're looking at Pink Panthers here, or Ice Spice, just some badass bitch, I don't know, but she just thinks she's her. So the guy approached her calmly, like wanted to have a conversation about whatever's happening, and that's how she treated him. So he tells her like outright, like, if you really want to keep being a nuisance and a problem to everybody in the gym around you, we can have you trespassed and have you banned from coming to this gym. Now, you might be sitting there thinking, oh, well, he shouldn't have said that. There was no reason for him to react that way. Well, he tried to be cordial. He tried to have a normal conversation with this chick. She literally told him to keep it fucking pushing, like she's tough or something. I don't know. At this point, that's over with. You know, the cordialness, being a nice guy shit don't work at this point because she's being an asshole. He was not wrong for threatening her. He was not wrong for telling her she could be thrown out of the gym because she is causing a disturbance to the other people working out. Like I said, if you don't go to the gym, you won't really understand as much why this is such a problem. But like for me, you know, when I go to the gym, right? When I go in, I got my AirPods in or whatever. I'm there to work, you know what I mean? I'm there to lift weights. I'm there to hit. I already have the machines that I want to hit, you know, planned out. Already got this whole thing like kind of mentally prepared. You go into the gym with a different focus. The focus of being there is to better yourself, make the situation for yourself better, and enjoy your workout. You know what I mean? You go in there with a mentality, if you're doing it right, is the way that I feel personally. And a lot of people who go to the gym, they do the same thing. You know, they got a routine. They got this planned out. They're ready to go. When you go in a gym and you have somebody like this who's creating an obvious distraction, and unfortunately in this video, not only an obvious distraction to everybody, but also a confrontational negative person who is now interfering with other people's workouts, that's when there's a problem, because you're in there, you know, interrupting everybody else's plans, everybody else trying to better themselves, because you have an ego, because you have a problem that's unchecked. And that, I feel like, is when there's a problem.
Go ahead.
Okay, cool.
Go ahead, let him know.
That's what we'll do. So right now, I need you to take your stuff and head up front. All right.
Cut the cameras.
All right, so that was her follow-up video explaining what happened in this situation, because as you could see at the end of the audio clip in the last little piece or whatever, she basically tells him to go ahead, right? Like when he's like, hey, I can have you trespassed out this bitch by the police and have your gym membership revoked and whatnot, right? She wanted to be fucking tough, you know what I mean? Instead of just being a cordial person and just having a normal conversation like a normal human being, she decided to try and fucking be tough. Oh, go ahead, you know, or whatever. I guess calling his bluff, if you really want to go with that, right? And well, he wasn't bluffing because he is an employee at the gym. He does have that power, and at the end of the day, like, truth be told, she entirely deserved it, because this is not somebody who needs to be in the gym around other people who are just trying to focus and do their own things, right? These are other paying members of the gym who are not paying to come here and have somebody act this way and ruin their experience in the gym. You know, I would be pissed if this was happening around me. Anyone would be pissed if this was happening around them, if they're there to actually work out and better themselves. So her being trespassed, I feel like, is entirely right. I mean, she literally told him to. She waited and everything. Like, she was trying to act fucking tough or like stand her ground or whatever here, and well, she fucked around and found out. Like, I don't know what other way you can really put it in this situation, you know what I mean? Like, she literally fucked around and found out, you know, like she called the dude out, you know, called his bluff or whatever, and it happened. And obviously, you know, most people who have seen this video online are in favor of the gym employee, because obviously with any common sense, you'll realize like she was there to cause a problem. And that's the real issue here is like, I don't even think like most gym goers really care like if you're recording your workout or recording your attempt at a personal record or whatever it might be, right? Like that's not even the issue. I feel like most people from the outside looking in are like, oh, they don't like the camera, you know? That's not necessarily the issue. Like I feel like a lot of gym goers, not all gym goers, but a lot of gym goers, you know, they see some dude over in the corner lifting and, you know, recording himself trying to hit a PR. That really isn't bothering them because at the end of the day, you know, they're not there to watch this guy work out. They're there to hit their own workout. They don't care that he's recording himself. That's how most of it goes, you know, most of the time, right? But unfortunately for these women in these circumstances that are filming this shit for the internet, right? They're not there to just film themselves working out. They're there to film themselves being a victim. And the issue with that is they're not a victim in a lot of these situations. Nobody's treating them weird. Nobody's giving them funny looks. Like I know in the video, you know, you see the dude in the background like kind of staring at her funny or whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and honestly assume that the reason that he even looked at her or anyone looked at her or approached her in the first place is the way she presented herself. And I'm not saying like, oh, she walked in there in like nice clothes and whatnot, being a attractive woman, you know, she was in there, she knew what she was doing. I'm not saying that. What I am saying though is she went there with the unfortunate intentions of, you know, seeking somebody out to humiliate or talk down to for content. You know what I mean? She wasn't recording herself and just happened to catch some weirdo in the gym. She went there recording herself with the intention of making somebody a problem. And at that point, you now become even more of a weirdo than those people in the gym, right? Because you're going around recording random interactions with people, being weird as fuck. You're the oddball at that point. I don't know, man. That's the way I see it. That's just the way that I see this whole thing. So anyway, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like. Subscribe if you're brand new around here on the channel. Follow me over on Twitter and Twitch at @SubToOptimus. Make sure to check out Shoptimus down below. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus. Well, seeing one of these gym chicks finally get what they deserve, man. And signing out.